Well, thank you for joining us here today. I am very pleased to have a good news announcement from my colleague in Ottawa, Monty Solberg, who is the Minister of Human Resources, Social Development, and we've expressed to him the need there is in Barrie to lend us a helping hand, and today we're going to have the opportunity to do that. But first of all, I want to thank the organizers, the board, the staff, the volunteers of the United Way of Greater Simcoe County and the David Busby Street Centre for hosting us. Every day in communities all over Ontario, it's organizations such as these that work miracles and help change lives of people for the better. So on behalf of your government, we wish to congratulate you and thank you for the very important work you're doing in our community. I also want to recognize my friend Ron Beresford that is here today. He's a reverend here in town, and he's been doing some great work with homelessness, not only in Barrie but across the country. I know he's been called upon to speak everywhere from Finland to various parts of Canada, and I've asked him to join us here today, and hopefully we're going to have him speaking in Ottawa as we draft the new strategy on this front. When we introduced the homeless partnering strategy last April, we launched a strategy that would lead to concrete results and provide homeless people with housing and support services they need to become active members of our community. In order to do that, our focus is housing first, because housing stability is an essential first step towards self-sufficiency and full participation. We are aiming to provide permanent solutions, not temporary measures, and I am pleased to say that our strategy is on its way to achieving that goal. That is why today I am very pleased to announce the Government of Canada is providing more than $274,000 in homelessness partnering strategy funding for the United Way of Greater Simcoe County. This funding is supporting local projects that reflect one of the 4 key priorities that have been identified in the community plan. These priorities are housing support services, transitional housing, youth services, and community development. The David Busby Street Centre is an example of one of these projects. The centre provides a safe and friendly environment for those who are homeless or at risk of homelessness in the community, and is the only drop-in centre in the Greater Simcoe area. I remember when I was on City Council, we had a large debate about homelessness and the ways the city can be helpful, and the late Heather Woods took me down here, and I remember being amazed by the effort of the volunteers here, but the need there exists in Barrie, and we continue to see that today. Funding from the homelessness partnering strategy is allowing the David Busby Street Centre to extend their hours and increase access to supports for individuals and families in need of permanent housing. Our government is delivering on its commitment to help those who are homeless or at risk of being homeless. We are proud to support community efforts to help find local solutions to local problems. Working together, we can help our most vulnerable citizens to find a place to call home as we find supports they need to become self-sufficient. We know the causes of poverty are complex, and these issues tend to change from community to community. Our strategy brings together different levels of government with a key role on the local community. It is due to your tireless effort and the efforts of those in other communities that we are making progress towards real and lasting results. But this is not the whole story. In the speech from the throne, our government made a commitment to help those seeking to break free from the cycles of homelessness and poverty. Our government is now investing in affordable and supportive housing, more than any previous federal government in the history of Canada, on an actual monetary commitment that currently exists. As a result, we are helping tens of thousands of Canadians reach a better and more stable life. Last year, Prime Minister Harper also announced the first ever Canadian Mental Health Commission, an arm's-length, not-for-profit corporation. In Budget 2008, we committed $110 million for the Commission to develop new, innovative demonstration projects that will help Canadians facing mental health and homeless challenges. I'd also like to remind you that while we are on our way to achieving great things with the homeless partnering strategy, our work continues. Once again, I would like to thank the United Way of Greater Simcoe County for hosting us and for your dedication to help address the needs of those most vulnerable to homelessness in our community. Together, we are making a difference for vulnerable people. And one thing I used to like to say on council, and I say again today, a community is only as strong as its weakest link. We need to be there for our fellow brother and sister, and the Government of Canada certainly believes in that concept, and we have such a great organization here that we're happy to support today, and that's why I'm so happy that we can have such an important check presentation to support the great work being done. Thank you.